The screen of my husband's old phone illuminates my face in the darkness of our bedroom closet. 3 years after his death, and here I am, clutching his iPhone like it holds the answers to questions I never thought to ask. I'm Elizabeth, Liz to those who know me well, and what I'm about to discover will shatter everything I thought I knew about my family. Found something interesting? Nathan's voice cuts through the silence, making me jump. My eldest son leans against the doorframe, his silhouette blocking the hallway light. There's something in his tone that sends a chill down my spine. Just going through some old things. I slip the phone into my pocket, but Nathan's eyes follow the movement, thinking about donating them. He steps into the closet, too close for comfort. After 3 years seems sudden. Nothing sudden about grief, Nathan. I move past him, forcing casualness into my steps. Sometimes it takes years to let go. Or to start digging. His words follow me down the hallway. In the kitchen, I pour myself a glass of wine with trembling hands. The texts I found moments ago swim through my mind. Conversations between James, my late husband, and Mark Reynolds, his supposed best friend. Numbers, accounts, threats. My phone buzzes. Lucas, my younger son. Mom, you okay? Nathan just called me. Said you were acting weird. I stare at the message. Of course Nathan would call Lucas. He always does when he's worried I might discover something. I type back. All good. Having dinner with Sarah tomorrow. Love you. Sarah, my sister-in-law, needs to see these messages. As a lawyer, she'll understand their implications better than I can. But there's something else gnawing at me. Nathan's name appeared in those texts too many times to be coincidental. The doorbell rings, startling me from my thoughts. Through the peephole, I see Emily, Nathan's fiancée, standing on my porch with that perfect smile of hers. Elizabeth! She hugs me as I open the door, her designer perfume overwhelming. I was just passing by and thought I'd check on you. Nathan mentioned you seemed upset earlier. I force a smile. That's sweet of you both, but I'm fine. Just sorting through some memories. Of course. Her eyes dart past me into the house. Mind if I use your bathroom? These pregnancy hormones, you know. I gesture toward the hallway, watching as she disappears inside. My future daughter-in-law, carrying my first grandchild, and yet something about her presence here feels calculated. When she emerges, her smile seems different. Thanks. Oh, and Nathan asked me to grab that old phone of James's if you still had it. He mentioned wanting to check for some old family photos. My hand instinctively touches my pocket. I haven't come across it yet. Still lots of boxes to go through. No worries, she chirps, but her eyes narrow slightly. I'm sure it'll turn up. After she leaves, I pull out James's phone again. The last message from Mark catches my eye. N knows everything. We need to move faster. Your wife can't find out about the transfers. My fingers hover over Sarah's number. Tomorrow suddenly feels too far away. But as I reach for my keys, another text from Nathan appears. Mom, Emily said you seem tired. Get some rest. We can talk about Dad's things tomorrow. I set the phone down, my mind racing. They're watching me, trying to control what I discover and when. But they don't know what I've already found, or what I'm capable of doing with that information. 3 years of grieving my husband, and now I'm about to uncover just how many lies died with him, and how many are still living in my own home. Sarah's law office feels too sterile for the conversation we're about to have. I slide James's phone across her desk, my finger hovering over the messages that have haunted me since yesterday. Before you read these, I say, I need to know if attorney-client privilege applies to sisters-in-law. Sarah's eyes narrow as she picks up the phone. It does when I'm officially retained. She pulls out a notepad, writes 1 on it, and slides it to me with a pen. Sign here. I do, and watch her face as she scrolls through the messages. Her professional mask slips for just a moment, showing something between shock and anger. Nathan's involved in this? She asks, though it's not really a question. That's what I need to find out. I lean forward. Emily showed up at my house last night asking for that phone, said Nathan wanted it for family photos. Sarah's laugh is sharp. Family photos. Right. She sets the phone down carefully. These messages suggest James and Mark were moving substantial amounts of money. The timestamps. She pauses, checking dates. These continued right up until James's accident. The word accident hangs between us. I've never questioned it before, but now. My phone buzzes. Nathan. Mom, we need to talk. Coming over for dinner tonight. Important business opportunity to discuss. He's coming over tonight, I tell Sarah. Wants to discuss business. Don't let him know what you've found. Sarah starts writing rapidly. We need to track these transfers before... The office door opens. Mark Reynolds stands there, his usual confident smile faltering when he sees me. Sarah, I had a quick question about... He trails off, his eyes fixed on James's phone on the desk. Mark. I stand slowly. What a coincidence. Elizabeth. He recovers quickly. Too quickly. How are you holding up? Nathan mentioned you've been going through James's things. Of course Nathan mentioned it. Did he tell you what I found? Mark's smile doesn't waver, but his hand tightens on the doorknob. I should come back later, Sarah. Elizabeth, always good to see you. After he leaves, Sarah's typing furiously on her computer. He'll warn Nathan. Good. I gather my things. Let him. I want to see what story they come up with. That evening, I'm chopping vegetables when Nathan arrives. He brings wine, expensive wine, and Emily trails behind him, already playing with her engagement ring like she always does when she's nervous. Mom, Nathan starts, pouring 3 glasses. We need to talk about Dad's estate. What about it? I keep chopping, not looking up. I've been thinking about his legacy, about building something that would make him proud. Nathan's voice has that smooth quality it gets when he's pitching something. I've found investors willing to back a new venture, but we need initial capital. How much? I ask, finally looking at him. Just what's in the trust, temporarily. He smiles, James's smile, but somehow wrong. It's a sure thing, Mom. Emily's father's firm is backing it. Emily nods enthusiastically. Daddy says it's the opportunity of a lifetime. I set down the knife. Like the opportunity Mark Reynolds discussed with Dad? The silence is absolute. Nathan's smile freezes, then transforms into something harder. You've been talking to Mark? No. I reach for my phone, pull up the messages. But Dad was. Right until the day he died. Emily stands abruptly. I should give you two some privacy. Stay. Nathan's voice is sharp. Mom's obviously confused about some old business dealings. The only thing I'm confused about, I say, is whether you started helping them steal from us before or after your father died. Nathan's glass hits the counter hard enough to crack. You have no idea what you're talking about. Dad's business was complicated. Was the accident complicated too? The words escape before I can stop them. Nathan's face goes white, then red. How dare you? I loved Dad. Everything I'm doing for this family. Nathan, Emily tugs at his arm, maybe we should go. He shakes her off. No, Mom needs to understand. Dad's way of doing things, your way of doing things, it's not enough. The world doesn't work like that anymore. I look at my son, really look at him, and for the first time, I see a stranger. Get out of my house. Mom, get out. Both of you. After they leave, I text Sarah. It's worse than we thought. Nathan knows everything. Her response comes quickly. Don't confront him again. I'm pulling the trust records tomorrow. And Elizabeth, be careful. Mark's been asking questions about James's accident report. Lucas's studio apartment smells of turpentine and coffee when I arrive with Sarah's files. He takes one look at my face and clears his easel from the kitchen table. You found something bad, he says, not a question. I spread out the bank statements Sarah uncovered. Your brother and Mark Reynolds have been systematically draining Dad's estate for months, even before. My hands shake as I point to a series of transfers. The last one was made an hour before the accident. Lucas studies the papers, his artist's hands tracing the numbers. Nathan always said Dad promised to fund his business ventures. These aren't business ventures. I pull out another document. Sarah traced the money. It's being funneled through shell companies, then disappearing into offshore accounts. Mom, Lucas's voice is gentle. What aren't you telling me? Before I can answer, my phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. Meet me at James's grave. Noon. Come alone. Mark. Lucas reads it over my shoulder. You can't go. I have to. I gather the papers. Mark knows something about the accident. I saw his face when I mentioned it to Nathan. Then I'm coming with you. No. I touch his cheek, remembering when he was small enough to carry. I need you to do something else. Go to Emily's father's office. Find out what you can about their investment firm. Emily's father? Lucas frowns. What does he have to do with this? Nathan said he's backing the venture, but according to Sarah's research, his firm declared bankruptcy 3 months ago. The cemetery is empty when I arrive, except for Mark standing at James's grave. He looks older than I remember, haunted. Elizabeth. He doesn't turn around. I was hoping you wouldn't dig this deep. Tell me about the accident. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. His voice cracks. James found out what we were doing. He was going to expose everything. My world tilts. What are you saying? Nathan came to me first, 6 months before, had this brilliant investment scheme, needed startup capital. Mark laughs bitterly. I saw an opportunity, used him to access James's accounts, but James figured it out. And you killed him. No, Mark turns, face ashen. God, no. We just needed him to back off. Nathan said he'd talk to him, make him understand. The brake lines, that wasn't part of the plan. The ground seems to sway beneath my feet. Nathan tampered with the brakes? He said it would just scare James, force him to listen. But the road that night? Mark stops, looking past me. Elizabeth, behind you. I turn to see Nathan standing there, Emily beside him. His face is a mask I don't recognize. I wondered how long it would take you to crack, Mark. Nathan's voice is ice. Mum, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Mark's been unstable since Dad died. Guilt does funny things to people. Nathan, Emily tugs his sleeve. We should go. No. He shakes her off. Mum needs to understand. Everything I did, everything Dad died trying to stop, it was all for us. The family legacy he was too scared to build. You killed him. The words taste like ash. Your own father. I tried to reason with him. Nathan's composure cracks. He wouldn't listen, just like you won't listen. The money's gone, Mom. All of it. And if you don't help me fix this, Emily's father will destroy what's left of our family's reputation. My father? Emily steps back. Nathan, what are you talking about? The bankruptcy was a front, he snarls. Your father's been laundering money through my companies. If I don't deliver, he'll expose everything. I watch my son unravel, this stranger wearing Nathan's face. Behind him, Emily backs away, horror dawning in her eyes. Mark stands frozen at James's grave. My phone buzzes. A text from Lucas. Mom, get out of there. Emily's father isn't bankrupt. He's FBI. They've been investigating Nathan and Mark for months. I look up to see Nathan reading the same message over Emily's shoulder. Our eyes meet, and in that moment, I see the little boy who once needed me to check under his bed for monsters. But now I know where the real monsters are. Nathan, I say softly, what have you done? The FBI office is sterile and cold, much like the truth I'm about to share. Agent Sanders, Emily's father, sits across from me, his expression unreadable as Sarah arranges documents on the table between us. Mrs. Turner, he says, we need to discuss your options. Options. Such a clean word for such a messy situation. You mean whether I'll testify against my own son? Nathan's involvement goes deeper than you know. He slides a folder across the table. These transactions suggest James's death wasn't the impulsive act Mark described. My hands won't stop shaking as I open the folder. Insurance policies, offshore accounts, a second will I've never seen before. He planned it, I whisper, months in advance. Mom. Lucas's voice from the doorway makes me turn. He looks exhausted, paint still under his fingernails from his latest piece. Emily's here. She enters like a ghost, her engagement ring conspicuously absent. Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Not at first. When did you figure it out? The question comes out sharper than I intend. 3 months ago. She won't meet my eyes. Nathan started talking about James's accident differently, like it was necessary, when I told Dad, "You were already working with the FBI." The pieces click into place. That's why you pushed for the pregnancy announcement. We needed Nathan to accelerate his plans. Agent Sanders' voice is professional, detached. The pregnancy gave him a reason to push for access to the remaining trust funds. My laugh sounds hollow even to me. And I thought he was just being an eager father. Sarah touches my arm. Elizabeth, you need to decide. Nathan's meeting with Mark tonight. The FBI can move in, but your testimony would destroy him. I finish for her. But he destroyed himself the moment he decided to kill his father. My phone buzzes. Nathan. Mom, I can explain everything. Meet me at the house. Just you. Please. I show the message to Agent Sanders. He nods to someone outside the room and suddenly there's activity everywhere. Agents donning vests, checking weapons. Mrs. Turner, Agent Sanders says, we can handle this without you. You don't have to. Yes, I do. I stand, feeling older than my years. He's still my son. The drive home feels eternal. FBI vehicles shadow me discreetly, but I've never felt more alone. Lucas wanted to come, but this is between Nathan and me. It always has been, really. This dance of expectations and disappointments. The house is dark when I arrive, except for the kitchen light. Through the window, I see Nathan sitting at the counter, head in his hands. For a moment, he looks 16 again, worried about college applications and basketball tryouts. Then he looks up and the illusion shatters. You're wearing a wire. It's not a question. Yes. He nods slowly. Did you ever wonder why Dad never let me into the business? Why he always kept me at arm's length? He was protecting you. He was controlling me. Nathan's fist hits the counter. Everything I did was wrong. Too aggressive, too risky. But look what his caution got him. A middling company and a legacy of mediocrity. It got him killed. The words hang between us. By his own son. I gave him a chance to understand. Nathan's voice turns pleading. Mum, everything I did was to make us stronger, to build something worthy of the Turner name. And Emily? Was she part of the plan? Something flickers in his eyes. Where is she? With her father, at the FBI office. The change is instant. Nathan's face hardens and I see James's killer emerge. You're working with them. No, Nathan, I'm your mother. I'm trying to save what's left of you. Save me. He laughs, and it's a terrible sound. Mom, there's nothing left to save, but I can still save you. From what's coming next. His hand moves toward his jacket, and suddenly I understand. This isn't about explanation or redemption. It's about silencing the last witness who could destroy everything he's built. Nathan, I say softly, backing toward the door. What would your father think? Let's ask him. He pulls out the gun. After all, you'll be seeing him soon. The gallery walls are stark white, making Lucas's paintings burn with even more intensity. I watch him adjust the lighting on his centerpiece. A fractured family portrait where every face is turned away except one. My face staring out from the canvas with eyes that know too much. The opening's tomorrow, Lucas says, not turning around. Nathan will come. The FBI will be here too. I step closer to the painting. Hidden in plain sight, just like the truth was all these years. Mom! Lucas finally faces me. You don't have to be here. Sarah can handle... I need to see his face. My voice sounds strange, even to me. When everything falls apart, I need to watch it happen. My phone buzzes. Mark, Nathan knows about tomorrow. He's not planning to surrender quietly. Before I can respond, Emily appears at the gallery entrance, her face pale. Elizabeth, we have a problem. Nathan's been to see my father. What did he offer? Everything. She moves closer, lowering her voice. Names, dates, accounts, everything about Mark's operation, in exchange for immunity. The betrayal shouldn't surprise me anymore, but it still cuts deep. And your father? Refused. But Nathan... She glances at the painting. He laughed. Said if he's going down, he's taking everyone with him, including Lucas. My blood runs cold. What does Lucas have to do with this? The gallery. Emily's hands twist together. Nathan's been laundering money through art sales. He's been using Lucas's name, his reputation, for months. Lucas drops his tools with a clatter. That's why those collectors were so eager to pre-purchase everything. They weren't real buyers. No. Emily looks away. They were Nathan's partners. Tomorrow night, when the sales go through, Lucas would be implicated in everything. The pieces click into place with horrible clarity. Nathan's using his own brother as a fall guy. My phone buzzes again. Sarah. Police found Mark. He's dead. Apparent suicide, but nothing about this family is what it appears to be anymore. Cancel the opening, I tell Lucas. We'll find another way to... No. Lucas's voice is firm. This ends tomorrow. All of it. He turns to the painting, and I see James in his stance, in his determination. The same determination that got his father killed. Lucas, please. My voice breaks. I can't lose both my sons. You already lost one. He touches the canvas, tracing the turned-away faces. The brother I knew died the day he decided to kill Dad. What's left is just... shadow. Emily's phone chimes. Her face goes ashen as she reads. Nathan's just posted online. He's exposed everything, the money laundering, Mark's death, all of it. But he's twisted it, made it look like Lucas was the mastermind, using his art to hide the operation. The evidence... I start, but she cuts me off. Doesn't matter, the story's out there now. By tomorrow night, everyone will believe Lucas is guilty. I look at my younger son, still standing before his work. The gallery lights cast his shadow long and dark against the white walls, like a prophecy of what's to come. Then we change the ending, I say, an idea forming. Nathan wants to destroy his brother's reputation. Let's give him exactly what he expects. Mom? Lucas turns, wary. The opening continues as planned, but instead of your usual pieces, I gesture to the family portrait, we tell the real story, every painting, every piece, the truth about Nathan, about James, about all of it. He'll try to stop us, Emily warns. I'm counting on it. I pull out my phone, texting Agent Sanders. Nathan wants an audience for his revenge. Tomorrow night, he'll have one. Lucas studies me for a long moment. This could destroy everything. The gallery, my career. Your father died protecting this family's secrets. I touch his cheek. Maybe it's time we stopped protecting them, too. As I leave the gallery, I pass the family portrait one last time. In the harsh lighting, the turned-away faces seem to mock me, while my painted eyes stare back with a challenge I finally understand. Tomorrow we all face forward. Tomorrow we all see the truth, even if it kills us. The gallery buzzes with voices and champagne glasses, a perfect facade of normalcy. I watch from near Lucas's centerpiece as Sarah positions the FBI agents among the crowd. Agent Sanders stands by the entrance, Emily at his side, both pretending to admire a particularly haunting piece. Nathan as a child, his face half in shadow. He's here, Lucas murmurs, appearing at my elbow. Nathan moves through the crowd like smoke, greeting people with that perfect smile of his. The smile that convinced everyone, including me, for so long. He pauses at each painting, his expression growing darker as he realizes what Lucas has done. Turned every canvas into a piece of evidence, every brush stroke an accusation. Quite a show, Nathan says, reaching us. Though I expected more subtlety from you, little brother. Like the subtlety of framing me for money laundering. Lucas doesn't back down. Speaking of money, Nathan's eyes find mine. The transfers are already processing. By midnight, the gallery's accounts will be empty. Every sale, every commission, gone, along with proof of where it all really went. My hand tightens on my glass. It's over, Nathan. The FBI are too late. He smiles, genuine this time. Did you really think I'd come here without insurance? Check your phone, Mom. The text message makes my blood freeze. Video footage of James the night he died, arguing with Nathan in his office. The timestamp matches the accident perfectly. I've set it to release to every major news outlet at midnight, Nathan continues. Dad's last moments, proof that Lucas knew everything about the money laundering, the grieving artist corrupted by greed, they'll love it. That video's edited, I say, but my voice shakes. Prove it. Nathan sips his champagne. Oh, wait, you can't, because the original footage died with Mark. Funny how evidence has a way of disappearing. Lucas steps forward, but I grab his arm. Across the room, I see Agent Sanders moving closer, Emily's face tight with tension. You'd destroy your own brother? I ask. Everything he's worked for? Like Dad tried to destroy me. Nathan's mask slips, showing something raw beneath. He chose Lucas over me every time, the good son, the artist, while I had to fight for every scrap of approval. So you killed him. I freed us. Nathan's voice drops lower. From his control, his disappointment. I could have freed you too, Mom, if you'd just trusted me. Trust you. The laugh tears from my throat. You murdered your father, set up your brother. How many more people have to suffer for your freedom? Just one more. He sets down his glass. At midnight, when those transfers complete, Lucas's career ends. The scandal will destroy him. Unless what? Unless you confess. Nathan's eyes gleam. To everything. The money laundering, Mark's death, all of it. A mother's desperate attempt to protect her favourite son, using the other as a scapegoat. The press will eat it up. The gallery seems to spin around me. You want me to confess to your crimes? I want you to choose finally between your sons. He checks his watch. You have 10 minutes before the video releases. 10 minutes to save Lucas's future. I look at Lucas, seeing James in his eyes, in his strength. Then at Nathan, my firstborn, now a stranger wearing my son's face. Mom, don't, Lucas whispers. But I'm already stepping forward, reaching for Nathan's phone. He lets me take it, that triumphant smile growing. Agent Sanders, I call out, my voice carrying across the gallery. I believe this is what you've been waiting for. Nathan's smile freezes as FBI agents converge. The phone's locked. You can't. James taught me something you never learned, I say, watching his face. Always have a backup plan. I press my thumb to the phone's scanner. It unlocks instantly. Dad gave me access to everything after he discovered what you were planning, I tell him, including this phone. The real video is here, showing exactly what happened that night. Nathan lunges for the phone, but it's too late. On every screen in the gallery, the truth begins to play, and I watch my son's perfect world crumble, knowing that in saving one son, I've lost the other forever. The holding cell's fluorescent lights make Nathan look older, harder. I sit across from him while Sarah stands by the door, her legal pad untouched. The DA's offering a deal, I say, sliding the papers across the metal table. In exchange for information about Mark's death. Nathan's laugh is hollow. Still trying to save me, Mom? After everything? I'm trying to understand. My hands rest flat on the table, steady now. Mark's confession was found in his car. He claimed he manipulated you, used your ambition. Used me? Nathan leans forward, chains rattling. I used him. Just like I used Emily, used Lucas's gallery. Dad taught me well. Everything's a tool if you know how to grip it. Your father never... My father was weak. His fist hits the table. He had everything, connections, power, respect, and he wasted it on morality. On Lucas's art. On your perfect little family. Sarah steps forward. Nathan, think carefully about what you say next. Why? His eyes lock onto mine. Because it might hurt Mom's feelings? Because it might ruin what's left of our family name? He laughs again. Tell me, Mom, how does it feel knowing you raised a murderer? The question hits like a physical blow, but I keep my voice steady. I raised 2 sons. One of them killed his father. The other one helped catch him. Lucas, Nathan spits the name. The golden child. Did he tell you he knew? About the money laundering? About Emily working with the FBI? He knew for months. Watched me dig my own grave. He tried to warn you. He tried to control me. Just like Dad did. Nathan's mask cracks completely. Do you know what Dad said that night? That I was a disappointment, that everything I touched turned toxic. So I showed him just how toxic I could be. My hand moves to my throat, where James's wedding ring hangs on a chain. You tampered with his brakes. I gave him a choice. Nathan's voice drops to a whisper. Back off, or take the consequences. He chose wrong. And Mark? Outlived his usefulness. Started having regrets, talking about confessions. A cold smile. Amazing how guilty people get when they realize they're working with a murderer. Sarah's pen scratches across her pad. Nathan notices his smile widening. Writing this all down, Aunt Sarah? Good. Make sure you include how Mum's perfect parenting created this monster. How Dad's constant disappointment shaped me. How Lucas's talent poisoned everything. No. I stand slowly. You don't get to blame us for your choices. Choices? He laughs. Like the choice you made at the gallery, sacrificing one son to save the other. I chose justice. You chose Lucas. Like always. His chains rattle as he stands. But here's what you don't know, Mom. That video you found, the one that exposed everything, I wanted you to find it. My breath catches. What? Dad's phone, the texts, Emily's involvement, all of it was bait. I needed you to play your part, to be so focused on saving Lucas that you wouldn't see the bigger picture. Sarah steps forward. Nathan, stop talking. But he continues, eyes fever bright. While you were all focused on the gallery, on the money laundering, my real operation was moving offshore. Everything Dad built, everything he protected, it's gone. And the best part? It's all legal. Because you, Mom, signed it all away 3 months ago. The memory hits me. Papers Nathan had me sign during Lucas's first gallery showing, when I was distracted with pride and champagne. Power of attorney, he says softly. You gave me everything, and now I own what's left of Dad's legacy, what's left of his precious reputation. Sarah's already on her phone, but I can see in her face it's too late. I look at my son, this stranger wearing Nathan's face, and finally understand. This wasn't about money or power or even revenge. It was about destroying everything James loved, piece by piece, starting with me. The prison visiting room smells of industrial cleaner and stale coffee. Nathan sits across from me, orange jumpsuit stark against his pale skin. This isn't a scheduled visit. He requested it, his first contact since the sentencing 6 weeks ago. You look tired, he says. Selling a company takes work. I keep my voice neutral. Even one that's been gutted. Is that why you're here? To tell me how you salvaged Dad's legacy? I'm here because you asked. I study his face, searching for my son beneath the stranger's mask. Though I don't know why. Nathan's fingers drum the table, a nervous habit from childhood. Emily's pregnant, for real this time. The news hits like a physical blow. How far along? 4 months. She didn't know during everything. He won't meet my eyes. She's moving away, doesn't want the baby growing up with my name. I think of James, of all the grandchildren he'll never meet. What do you want from me, Nathan? The truth. His voice cracks slightly. Did Dad ever say he was proud of me? Even once? He was proud of who you could have been. The words taste bitter. But you chose to become someone else. Someone stronger. Someone alone. Silence stretches between us. Through the window, I watch Lucas in the parking lot, waiting by the car. He's sold every painting from that gallery showing except one, the family portrait with the turned-away faces. Lucas's new gallery opens next week, I say, in Dad's old office building. Nathan's laugh is hollow. Fitting. The prodigal son inherits everything. He inherited nothing. I sold everything you left us, donated it all. Now he looks at me. Your father's legacy isn't buildings or bank accounts. It's the choice between right and wrong. The choice you failed to make. And you? His eyes narrow. Did you make the right choice, turning in your own son? I chose justice, like your father would have. Justice? Nathan leans back. Tell me, Mom, was it justice when you signed those papers without reading them? When you let your pride in Lucas blind you to what I was doing? When you— Stop! I stand, my chair scraping loud against the floor. You don't get to rewrite this story. Your father is dead because of your choices. Mark is dead because of your choices. That's your legacy, Nathan. Not Dad's company, not Lucas's success. Just choices and consequences. He's silent for a long moment. The baby's a boy. The words hang between us like smoke. I reach into my bag, pull out an envelope. What's this? Letters. From your father to you. He wrote them every birthday, never sent them. I place them on the table. I found them in his study last week. Nathan's hand shakes as he touches the envelope. Why show me these now? Because you need to understand what you destroyed. I move toward the door. And because that baby deserves to know there was good in his family, once. Mom, his voice stops me. Will you tell Lucas about the baby? Yes. Will you tell him about these letters? I look back at my son, seeing for the first time a glimmer of uncertainty in his eyes. No. Some secrets should stay buried with their consequences. Outside, Lucas helps me into the car. You okay? I touch James's ring around my neck. Drive to the gallery. I want to see that painting again. At the gallery, I stand before the family portrait. But now, in the harsh light of truth, I see what I missed before. The turned-away faces aren't hiding. They're looking towards something in the distance, something beyond the frame. While my painted eyes stare straight ahead, seeing everything, bearing witness. Just like James would have wanted. Lucas touches my shoulder. Ready to go home? Yes, I say, turning away from the past and its shadows. I'm ready. Behind us, the painting watches with knowing eyes, holding its secrets close, just as our family always has. Just as we always will.